Hey guys, today I'm working with a Whirlpool HE washer, and I've got it set up right now. I've taken the lid switch off, popped it down here so that it can lock into place and we can kind of still see what's going on. So just getting this started on the super wash cycle. Figured we'd go ahead and do the biggest, baddest cycle it's got. Pretty heavy jeans and towel load down in here right now, and it's going through the sensing portion. Right now you can see it's got all the LEDs to show you where it's at in its cycle. So it's sensing, it'll add water as it goes, then eventually once it's determined it has enough water, it'll move over into the wash cycle. So I'm going to show you that 1, brings the water in like it's supposed to, 2, agitates like it's supposed to, 3, drains all the water out, and then finally the final spin is nice, smooth, and sounds great. So we'll allow it to go through this sensing portion and start adding the water, and we'll come back because it can take a few minutes for it to determine how heavy and all that stuff. Pretty smart machine here. So once all that's done, we'll move over and show you the dryer. Alright, and it has started to bring that water in there. And of course you can switch whether it's cold, warm, hot, which switches what valves it uses. Now the washer gets a 28-point inspection, the dryer gets a 22-point inspection. Everything electrical, mechanical, it all gets checked, and everything has to work perfectly before it gets listed up for sale or before it leaves my care. So all of these switches, all the electric internal parts as well as mechanical internal parts, it's all been checked on this guy here. This video is just as if you were standing here yourself checking it out. You get to see that everything indeed works perfect. That way you take it home, plug it in, peace of mind there. So we'll come back as it moves into the wash cycle. Alright guys, so we've moved out of sensing into washing. You can hear it agitating good. Got just about full submersion on those clothes. And that bottom agitation plate is what cycles those clothes through and gets them nice and clean. Pretty quiet. That's part of that HE designation. So that's basically it. It's going to move through that wash cycle. We'll catch it on the rinse cycle for the draining, and then we'll be on to the final spin. Okay, we are moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle. You can hear it draining that water out nice and fast. It will actually drain, spin, then refill for the rinsing, and then we'll be on to the final spin. Alright, moving into that final spin cycle. Just finished draining all the water out from the rinse cycle. And now this goes through a series of 3 spins. Has a low spin, and then 2 fast spins. So right now it's going to start out on the low spin as it's draining these clothes out. Kind of helps balance the load and just get as much water out as possible. It's part of the HE designation. As fast as this thing spins, the lighter those clothes come out, which cuts your drying time in half. So I'm going to let it go through this slow spin cycle, and I'll come back on its final fast spin cycle. When it's at its top speed, we'll lift this up and you'll get a look. And like I said, normally you'd not be able to lift this up. You can see the lid lock switch is on, and typically this would be locked, which I'll put back as soon as I'm done with this test video here. Alright guys, final spin here. It's at top speed. She's spinning nice and fast. As you can see and hear, nice smooth operation. Sounds great. Still got the drain running, getting as much water out as possible. That's going to be it for the washer. We'll go ahead and let it finish up, and I'll move those clothes over to the dryer. Alright, now I've got those clothes moved over to the dryer. We've got it going on time dry, high heat set over here. I've been letting it warm up for just a sec so I can show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. Right in between my 2 red dots there, you're going to get a surface temperature measurement, so you can see the difference between the floor and the top of that machine there. So we'll go ahead and open this up. See the lights on. Right inside that tube there is where the heat's gonna come out. Take a couple pictures. All right up around about 275 degrees coming out of this tube. Now the inside of your dryer is only going to get from about 95 up to 195, and that's just going to depend on what you have your heat setting at. So go ahead and close that up. Once again, time dry, just hit go. And as you can see in here, it's got nice smooth operation. Sounds great. And now you know it is heating properly. So that's going to be it for these guys. We'll go ahead and get these listed up for sale. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks. Have a great day.